Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf. And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play. Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts on Christmas Eve.
The North Pole.
Are we nearly there yet?
Yes, Nanny, we're almost at the North Pole.
Will we meet Father Christmas?
No, Holly. Remember, we never land at the North Pole. We drop the toys by parachute.
Does Father Christmas catch them?
No, the toys are collected by...
Goblins.
Not goblins, Arctic elves.
Goblins, pixies, whatever.
My brother is an Arctic elf.
I didn't know you had a brother.
Oh, yes. He's in charge of the Arctic elves.
Calling Arctic elves, this is Flight 1001.
Receiving you loud and clear, Flight 1001. Please drop the toys.
Righty-o! Toys away! Now we can go home.
It's a shame we never met Father Christmas or the Arctic Elves.
The good thing is, we'll be back in time for the Elf and Fairy Feast.
Oh, yes, the Elf and Fairy Feast at midnight. With dancing and lanterns.
Oh, dear! The elf plane sounds a bit odd. Is it broken?
Of course not. This plane is built to last 1,000 flights.
Oh, this is Flight 1001.
Oh, look! Lots of cops and things are falling out.
Uh-oh.
We're going down.
Phew! We landed safely.
That was lucky.
Lucky! We're stuck at the North Pole.
But now we might meet Father Christmas. And the Arctic Elves.
I suppose we might see some penguins. Oh, I like penguins.
Penguins live at the South Pole. This is the North Pole.
What's that waddling towards us then?
Penguins!
Not penguins. Arctic elves. It's my twin brother. Hello, little brother. Hello.
Are you really as old as each other?
No, I'm older.
But you're twins.
I'm older and wiser by 3 minutes. Hardly older at all. I am the wiser, older elf.
When you little boys have stopped squabbling, maybe the wisest person here can work out how we get back home.
Oh,
Maybe Father Christmas could help.
very clever. Follow me, everyone, to the house of Father Christmas.
Father Christmas!
Maybe if you're lucky, Nanny Plum, you'll see a penguin.
Violet, can I borrow your wand?
OK.
Oh, look, wise old elf, a penguin at the North Pole.
Oh, very clever, Nanny Plum.
What?
Ooh, Gaston stopped moving.
Interesting. Gaston has frozen.
Oh, no!
We need to get the ladybird somewhere warm.
Yes, insects don't like the winter.
Here we are, the house of Father Christmas.
It looks like a Christmas pudding.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, little brother, I built it myself. Well, when I said wonderful, I meant it's okay. This is Father Christmas's study. We can thaw the ladybird out by the fire.
Are these Father Christmas's slippers?
Yes, they are.
Wow! His feet are bigger than all of us.
I think Gaston is thawing out.
Gaston's back!
Box 571 delivered. Oh, thank you, little brother. It would be simply spiffing if next year you made the last toy delivery before Christmas Eve. What? At least I make toys. You just wrap them up. Ah, but wrapping toys is the important bit. You have to be as old and wise as me to understand that. You're no wiser than me, but I am by 3 minutes. And I always will be.
Ahem. Talking of wrapping presents, shouldn't somebody be doing that by now? It's Christmas Eve.
Goodness me, you're right. To the present wrapping machines.
That's the last of this year's presents wrapped. Time for a holiday. Hurrah!
We've just brought one more box of toys to wrap. Sorry to end your holiday.
That's okay. Arctic elves love wrapping presents. And we're...
Oh, no!
Arctic elves!
We brought you toy robots, dolls, space rockets, and cars. Not bad. You've done a good job, brother. Oh, thank you, brother.
When the presents are wrapped up, who delivers them?
Ho, ho, ho! I deliver them, of course.
Father Christmas!
Call me Santa. I hear you're in a spot of bother.
Yes, we need some help getting home.
I've got some work to do tonight. I could drop you off on the way.
Are you going our way?
I'm going every way.
Yay!
I say, that penguin's a long way from home. I'd better drop him off too. Ho, ho, ho! Away we go!
Have you got a present for our friend Lucy?
Lucy?
She's a little girl we know.
Of course there's a present for her. Why do people always have such small chimneys?
We could deliver the presents for you.
All right. Put these presents in Lucy's Christmas stocking. Don't forget the tangerine.
Someone's coming! Keep still! Pretend to be a statue!
That's odd. Some of the decorations have fallen off the tree. This little elf must go here. And this pretty fairy should be at the top of the tree.
Phew! That was really close. Let's deliver Lucy's presents. You're supposed to be asleep. I'm too excited about Christmas. What are you doing here? We're delivering your Christmas presents. Whoa! Do elves and fairies get presents as well? No, but tonight we have the Elf and Fairy Feast. There's lovely music and lanterns in the trees. That sounds nice. It's beautiful. We'd better go. Santa's waiting on your roof. Santa? On my roof? Cool. Merry Christmas, Lucy. Merry Christmas.
Ah, there you are. There wasn't a little snack down there for old Santa, was there?
Yes, a mince pie.
Delicious.
And this drink.
Even better.
We
can't start the elf and fairy feast until the others are back.
Well, where are they?
Ho, ho, ho!
Hello, everyone. We're back. Father Christmas gave us a lift on his sleigh.
Thank you, Father Christmas. Would you like to stay for our elf and fairy feast?
No time, I'm afraid. I have to deliver presents to all the children of the world.
How many deliveries have you done so far?
1.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Good. Now we're all here. Christmas can begin. Hooray!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf. And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play. Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
Camping out. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Holly. Are you ready to come camping?
Yes, please.
Why have you brought an orange?
It's to scare off gnomes.
You know what they say? To scare off a gnome, bring an orange from home.
What's wrong with gnomes?
Oh, you don't want to bring a gnome on a camping trip. They talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yes, gnomes are just like elves.
Absolutely not. Gnomes are greedy, boring creatures who talk and talk and talk and
Goodness,
talk and...
look at the time. We really should be going.
Bye, Mummy and Daddy. Bye, Nanny.
Goodbye.
Have fun.
Watch out for those gnomes.
Don't worry, we've got our orange.
Here's the timetable. 1, set up camp. 2, hang up washing. 3, make a campfire. 4...
Dad, we're on holiday.
Try to relax, Mr. Elf.
I'll do my best, Mrs. Elf. Here we are.
Yippity-doo-dah.
Will there be any dancing?
Can we sing songs?
There will be no dancing or singing, just camping. Here's the tent.
Shall I magic the tent up for us, Mr. Elf?
Holly, I'd rather you didn't do any magicking. Remember, this is an elf camp.
Elves have been camping for hundreds of years. We can put tents up with our eyes closed.
Wow.
1 elf tent.
Hooray!
Lovely. Now we're on holiday.
Yes, and that means there's holiday work to be done.
Holiday work?
Next on the list, hang out the washing.
But we've only just arrived. Why do you need to hang out the washing?
A campsite can never be too clean and tidy.
I'll slice the orange.
Mrs. Elf, how do oranges keep gnomes away?
It's the smell. Gnomes hate the smell of oranges.
Oh.
There. Now we're safe.
Next on the list, collect sticks for the campfire.
Here are some sticks.
Here are some more.
OK, that's enough sticks.
Hello there.
A gnome!
Mind if I join you?
Well...
Thank you. I'll only stay for a week or 2.
Oh, no.
But we had an orange.
Yes, I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the smell of this orange.
But gnomes hate oranges.
Normally, yes, but I'm on a balanced diet, you see. If I eat 10 pies and 20 steamed puddings, I need to balance that by eating fruit.
Let's make a fire.
How do you make a fire, Mr. Elf?
Rub 2 sticks together really fast, like this.
You have to rub the sticks a little bit faster. Would you like to hear the interesting thing I know about sticks? Sticks grow on trees. Amazing, isn't it?
Ooh. I'm nice and warm now.
That's because fire is hot.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
What a surprise.
I've hardly eaten anything today. I've only had 10 pies, a skip full of chips, 30 apple tarts,
Wow, that's a lot.
a sponge cake, 100 sausages, and that orange.
I thought you said you were on a diet.
Oh, I am. There are some things I don't eat, like stones, wood, and television sets.
But nobody eats those things.
What? You're on this diet too? I never knew it was so popular.
What's for dinner, Mrs. Elf?
Cheese and onion pie.
Ooh, thank you very much, Lee.
That's tasty.
Yes, it's scrummy.
Oh, very good.
What's that?
It's an owl.
It's got very big eyes.
Would you like me to tell you an amazing fact about owls? I'll take that as a yes. The owl is in fact a bird. It has big eyes for seeing things.
6 o'clock. Time for bed.
Aww.
I'll put the fire out.
Can't you leave it to keep the owl warm?
It's dangerous to leave a fire going, Princess Holly.
That's right. Don't go to bed till the fire is out. And don't go to bed with a carrot on your head.
That's silly.
Ben, Holly, you get in the tent and go to sleep. Mr. Gnome, you have to go home.
But we're having fun.
Elf camping is not meant to be fun.
Bedtime is at 6 o'clock, not the middle of the night.
Oh, I know a song about the middle of the night. Would you like to hear it?
No!
I'll take that as a yes. In the middle of the night, the stars twinkle bright. Rinky-dinky-doo, rinky-diddly-dee. Dooby-dooby-doo, dibbly-dibbly-dee. All together now. Rinky-dinky-doo, rinky-diddly-dee. Dooby-dooby-doo, dibbly-dibbly-dee.
Time for bed.
It was lovely meeting you, Mr. Gnome. But now we need to get some sleep.
Oh, yes. A good night's sleep is very important. Rinky-dinky-doo, rinky-diddly-dee. Dooby-dooby-doo, dibbly-dibbly-dee. Rinky-dinky-doo.
Stop!
Would you like me to stop?
Yes! And please go!
Would you like me to go?
Yes! Goodbye!
Oh, sleep well. See you in the morning.
Mr. Gnome is funny.
He is silly.
Yes, really silly.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It's the gnome.
He's come back to eat our breakfast. Oh, a mole!
Oh, it's eating our washing.
Shoo! Shoo! Go away, mole! Princess Holly, do you know a magic spell to get rid of moles?
I'm sorry, Mr. Elf. I don't.
Oh, dear. Think, Mr. Elf. What gets rid of moles?
Hello?
Hooray!
Yes, moles don't like us gnomes. No idea why.
Thank you, Mr. Gnome, for saving our campsite from the mole.
That's all right. What's for breakfast?
The mole ate all the food.
Oh, dear.
Good morning.
Nanny Plum!
How was your night?
It was very strange.
Mr. Gnome turned up, and he loves oranges.
And Mr. Gnome sang a funny song called Rinky Dinky Doo.
Then a mole came along and ate our washing line and all our food.
And now we haven't any breakfast.
Yes, I thought that might happen. That's why I've brought the magic picnic basket. Breakfast for everyone!
Hooray!
Oh, I'm actually very hungry.
Oh, have you not eaten either?
Not today. Oh, dear, it's empty.
It isn't empty. It's a magic picnic basket. Magic basket, please. Breakfast for everyone!
Hooray! I get the idea. Magic basket, please. 20 poached eggs, lots of toast, 9 jars of jam, 40 sausages and 90 pancakes.
Yippee! What a splendid breakfast. Thank you, Mr. Gnome.
Breakfast is one of the things gnomes know a lot about. Yummy, yummy. Oh, I almost forgot my balanced diet. I shouldn't be eating all this without also eating an orange. Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
Books.
But the witch had eaten too much cake and fallen asleep. So the fairy tiptoed past the sleeping cat, waved her wand, abracadoo, abracadee, unfreeze the children and set them all free. And in a flash, the witch's spell was undone. As the sun came up and the stars went away, all of the children found themselves safely back in their beds. The end.
Mummy, why did the witch freeze all the children?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe the witch didn't like the noise the children made and just happened to know a spell for freezing them.
Yes, thank you, Nanny Plum.
Not eating for a year and a day must have made the children very hungry.
No, the witch had frozen them solid, like frozen peas. Now, frozen peas don't get hungry, do they?
No.
Queen Thistle, where do the stars go in the daytime?
I'm sorry, Ben.
You said the sun came up and the stars went away. But where did the stars go?
Well, let's see what the book says. It doesn't say where the stars went.
Nanny Plum, do you know where the stars go in the daytime?
No.
Oh.
Perhaps we should ask King Thistle. He knows how the world works.
Yes. Let's go and ask Daddy.
Enter!
Daddy, can we ask you a question?
Yes, of course, Holly. What is it?
Can you tell us where the stars go in the daytime?
What?
Where do the stars go when the sun comes up?
Well, they go. Yes, they go. I'm actually rather busy at the moment, Holly.
Our storybook said the stars went away.
But it didn't say where they went.
Oh, I see. Well...
There are plenty of books in the Royal Library. One of them might have the answer.
Good idea, Queen Thistle. Come on, everyone.
It's very untidy in here.
That's because these are magic books.
You are very naughty books. Flying about and fidgeting. Chop, chop. Go sort yourselves out. ABC, neatly please.
How do we find what we're looking for?
These are magic books. You just ask them.
Excuse me, books. Where do the stars go in the daytime?
Do you have anything about stars at all?
Ooh, look at all the fancy writing.
What does it say?
Has it got the answer?
It says, "Little star, we ask you to make our wishes all come true." Oh, it's just a spell for wishing on a star.
Oh, I think these magic books are only for making spells, not for answering questions.
But, Nanny, why don't you know the answer?
I'm Nanny Plum, not an astrophysicist.
Astrophysicist? What's that?
Oh, it's just someone who knows a lot about stars and space and things.
Elves know a lot about things. We could ask my mum and dad.
Are your mum and dad astrophysicists?
Maybe. Let's go and see.
Hello! My goodness.
Mum, Dad, are you astrophysicists?
No,
we're
we're
elves.
Do you know where the stars go in the daytime?
No.
Nobody knows the answer.
Maybe we could ask the wise old elf.
Yes, he's wise.
He's old.
And he's an elf.
This is the wise old elf's study, where he thinks about things and is wise and stuff.
Enter.
Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. How can I help you?
Wise old elf, we have a question.
The answer wasn't in our storybook.
It's an elf question, not really a fairy matter.
So we thought, as you are the wise old elf,
Yes, of course. Ask me any question, anything at all.
Where do the stars go in the daytime?
Ask me another question. On sport, perhaps.
You're not really wise, are you? You're just old.
So, old elf, you don't know the answer?
No, but I do know where to find it.
Where?
Follow me.
Is it far? All of this searching for answers has made me a bit tired.
We can take the lift. Mind the doors, please.
Where are we going?
We are going to the Great Elf Library.
Great elf library indeed. It's probably just a dusty old cupboard. Goodness me!
Shh! This is a library. We must be quiet.
Wow! It's huge!
There are so many books here. How do you stop them flying about and fidgeting?
These are not magic books, Your Majesty.
Oh, well, how do you ever find what you are looking for, then?
We ask the wise old librarian.
So where is this wise old librarian?
Can I help you?
Are you the librarian?
Yes.
Do you know where the stars go in the daytime?
Yes. The answer is in the astrophysics section, second row, reference 520.34. This way.
But we already looked in books for the answer.
What books did you look in?
We looked in my storybook.
And we looked in magic spell books.
Well, there are different books for different things. There are books with stories in,
Ooh, look, witches.
and books about how things work.
Wow, a rocket book.
There are books about music,
Oompa music for elves. My favourite.
books about animals,
Oh, chickens. That's interesting.
books about vegetables.
Oh, yes, I like vegetables, especially peas.
You can find out any answer if you look in the right book. Ah, here we are. A book on stars.
Is this going to have the answer?
Let's see. Is everybody comfortable?
Yes, Queen
Thistle. On clear nights, we can see the stars twinkling in the sky. The light we see from each star is tiny, the tiniest little spot of light. We can only see it because the sky is so dark.
Black. The night sky is pure blackness.
Yes, it is, Holly. But when the morning comes and the sun rises, the sky gets brighter and the stars disappear.
But, Mummy, where do the stars go?
They don't go anywhere.
What?
They're still shining in the sky. We just can't see them anymore because the sky is so bright.
It's obvious. I knew that.
And when the sun goes down and the sky gets darker, we can see the stars again.
When the sun goes. Of course.
So, Daddy, where does the sun go?
Well, wise old elf?
Oh, these books should answer that question, Your Majesty.
Oof!
Shh! This is a library. We must be quiet.
Hooray!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Today's adventure starts at the lake.
The elf submarine.
Your Majesty, may I present the Elf Factory's latest toy, the Elf Submarine.
Ah, yes. Jolly good. Does it float?
Does it float? Of course it floats. Allow us to demonstrate. We carefully chose this day to test the submarine, as there are no other boats on the lake.
Hello, me hearties!
It's Redbeard, the elf pirate.
Yo-ho-ho! Land ahoy!
Should the ship be leaning like that?
Maybe it's the weight of all that treasure.
She's sinking! Abandon ship! Abandon ship! Curses! Me ship and me treasure gone down to the bottom of the sea.
How sad. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a perfect day to test the submarine with no boats on the lake.
But what about Mr. Redbeard's treasure?
Yes, me treasure! How will I get it back?
If only we had some way of sailing underwater to look for it.
Ah, if only. Anyway, back to my submarine. There's
The submarine! We can use the submarine!
Clever Ben!
Hang on. The elf submarine is a toy. It's not for going on adventures.
Oh, so it can't go underwater.
Yes, it can.
It'll probably sink like a stone.
No, it will not.
Good. That's that sorted. Captain Redbeard, our submarine is at your service.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But
I'll be needing a crew. Aye, aye, Captain Redbeard.
Can I come?
with me.
I'd better come too. If there's any trouble, I can use magic to help us.
No, Nanny Plum. There will be no magic on the elf submarine.
Because we're elves.
And elves don't do magic. Yes, we know.
Polly, my faithful friend, you'll have to wait here. Mr. Elf, steer the submarine.
Aye, aye.
Ben and Holly, wind up the engine.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What shall I do?
Why, you just sit there and look pretty, my little mermaid.
Oof.
I know this lake. I've sailed on it often.
Are you a sailor?
I was a sailor. I'm not anymore.
Why not?
Big Bad Barry.
Who's Big Bad Barry?
Only the biggest, giganticest, most enormous fish the world has ever seen.
He's eaten 9 of Dad's boats.
You lost 9 boats? I thought I was a bad sailor.
I'm not a bad sailor. I'm just unlucky. That Big Bad Barry is quite big.
And bad.
Dive, if you please, Mr. Elf.
Dive! Dive! Dive!
Oh, it's so pretty.
Look!
Where? What is it?
It's Redbeard's boat.
By Neptune, you're right. Well spotted, Ben.
Oh, for a moment, I thought you'd seen Big Bad Barry.
Ho ho! Now I can get me treasure back.
Let's get it and go. I don't like it down here.
I love it. All the fish and the flowers.
And that big underwater cloud.
You don't get underwater clouds, me hearty. Shiver me timbers! It's a fish!
It's so big.
It looks bad.
Is it Barry?
It is. It's Big Bad Barry.
He's swimming towards Redbeard's boat.
Oh, dear. He's going to eat it.
No! Me treasure! Did you see that? He swallowed it whole, like it were a grape.
Oh, what a shame. Shall we go home then?
Go home? But we haven't got me treasure.
Well, we can't do much about that now.
I never thought I'd say it, but Nanny Plum is right.
Unless you want to sail into Barry's stomach and take your treasure back, this adventure is over.
You're right, me fruity pancake. Take us home, Mr. Elf.
Aye, aye, Captain Redbeard. Who turned out the lights?
It's all gone dark.
Where are we?
Oh, we must have sailed into a cave. Mr. Elf was chatting instead of looking where he was going.
I was parked.
Well, we're somewhere strange, and no mistake. And I'll shave me beard off if there's not something fishy going on. Turn on the lights, Mr. Elf.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It smells fishy.
What a pong!
Where are we?
Look! Me ship!
There are more boats as well.
It's Bunty, the boat Big Bad Barry ate last winter. That's my old boat, Trixabelle. And there's Fifi. And Miss Boo-Boo.
If all those boats are inside Big Bad Barry...
Then we must be inside Big Bad Barry.
By all that's wet and fishy, you're right. We're in the belly of the big fish.
That explains the smell.
Just think, all those years I tried to catch Barry, and now he's caught me.
How are we going to get out of here?
If we could get Big Bad Barry to open his mouth, we could just sail out.
Oh, very clever, Ben.
Only, how do we get him to open his mouth?
Maybe it's time to ask for a bit of advice.
Can someone answer their phone?
It's not my phone.
It's not mine either.
Oh, it's mine. Hello? Oh, hello, Nanny Plum. What's that? They've got good news and bad news.
What
What's the good news?
They've found the treasure.
Hooray!
And what's the bad news?
They've been swallowed by a giant fish.
What? Are they okay?
I'll ask. Is my submarine all right? It's not scratched, is it?
Listen, clever clogs. We need your help. How can we get Big Bad Barry to open his mouth?
Someone needs to talk to the fish.
Nanny Plum can speak fish.
Ah, Nanny Plum, you must tell the fish a joke and make him laugh.
That's an idea. A very stupid idea, but an idea.
What's the plan?
I'm going to tell Big Bad Barry a joke to make him laugh.
What utter nonsense!
It was the wise old elf's idea.
It's brilliant.
Everyone back in the sub! Get ready to sail!
What's a good fish joke? I know.
Did it work?
I don't know. He might not get it.
Something's happening.
I think he liked the joke.
Full steam ahead!
Aye, aye, Captain!
We did it!
The elf pirate Redbeard and his crew return. It's a triumph!
Hooray!
So you got the treasure?
Nope.
You got your boat?
Nope.
So, in what way is this trip a triumph, then?
Well, we're not inside a big fish.
In that case, congratulations!
It's a shame the treasure's lost.
It's not lost. I know where it is, and no one will ever find it in the belly of Big Bad Barry.
That's true.
Of course it is. Me tasty little fruit tree.
Nanny Plum, what was the joke you told Big Bad Barry?
It was, where do fish keep their money?
We don't know. Where do fish keep their money?
In a riverbank.
That's not very funny.
I know. It's a bit of a rubbish joke. But then fish find the silliest things funny. They have very small brains.
Where do fish keep their money? Oh, I get it. A riverbank. Oh, that's brilliant.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf. And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us!
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
King Thistle is not well.
Ooh. Daddy, you've blown our cards over.
I can't help it, Holly. I'm very ill.
You've just got a cold, that's all.
No. It's not just a cold. It feels worse than that.
Daddy's a bit grumpy.
Daddy's always grumpy when he's ill.
Then why don't you use a little fairy magic to make me better?
Darling, you know fairy magic can cure everything, except the common cold.
It's not a common cold. It's something serious and it needs sorting.
All right, I'll try a little magic. Abracadabra!
Achoo! Now I'm sneezing and I've got a stuffed up nose.
Sorry, but I told you magic wouldn't work. Perhaps you should see the elf doctor. Is that the elf doctor? Yes. The king is ill. Sneezing and a stuffed up nose. I know, but he thinks it's serious. Thank you. Goodbye. You rest in bed, darling, and wait for the doctor.
The doctor is here.
That's just the wise old elf.
I'm not just the wise old elf. I'm also a qualified doctor.
Oh, I see. Well, Doctor, I am not well. I keep sneezing, my nose is blocked up, and my head aches.
I see. Could you open your mouth and stick your tongue out? Now look up, look down, and wiggle your feet. Now flap your arms like a bird and whistle. Interesting.
At last, a thorough medical examination by a qualified doctor.
What you have is a case of acute viral nasopharyngitis,
Aha! You see? It is something bad.
otherwise known as the common cold.
Is that all?
No, you're grumpy as well.
Well, Doctor, can you make me better?
Let me see what I've got. This should do the trick.
Does it taste bad?
Let's just say it doesn't taste good.
I'm not having it.
Daddy, we all have to have medicine when we're ill.
Oh.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Well, it does say cough mixture.
I know a recipe that can cure all kinds of colds, whether they be common or not. Expanding hands, itchy ears, hairy teeth, smelly noses, baldness. Here it is, the common cold. I just need to find the right ingredients.
Can we help you, Nanny Plum?
Of course.
Nanny Plum, what's in this medicine of yours?
Oh, just blackberry juice, lemon and sugar, and a few other things.
Nanny, what other things do we need?
Let's see. A dewdrop from a spider's web.
Ooh.
The slime from a slug.
Ooh.
And un rot de grenouille.
What's that?
Frog burp.
Ugh. You'll never get Daddy to drink that.
Oh, no. It would be most unfortunate if anyone were to drink this. This is a potion for rubbing on his feet.
Ooh.
Right. First, we need a dewdrop on a spider's web.
Look, a dewdrop.
Stop, Holly. It's not a good idea to fly around Madam Spider.
Why, Nanny?
The flutter of our fairy wings is like a fly. And she likes to eat flies.
Eat flies? Ugh.
Shh. Yes, that's just what spiders do. You like to eat ice cream. Spiders like to eat flies. They have very smelly breath. Excuse me, Madam Spider. Could we possibly collect a dewdrop from your lovely web here? It is to make some medicine for the king. Madam Spider says yes.
I'll get the dewdrop, Nanny. Elves are very good at climbing, and I'm an elf.
Very good. Now we need the slime from a slug.
Look, a slug!
Holly, perhaps you could do the asking this time. You might have to shout a little, though, because slugs cannot hear very well.
Why's that, Nanny?
Because they have no ears.
Can't we just take some slime from the ground?
You can't go around collecting someone else's slime without asking them first. It's not polite.
Hello, Mr. Slug.
Louder.
Hello! My daddy, the king, isn't well. We need some of your slime to make his medicine. Can we collect some in this jar, please?
I think that means yes. Thank you ever so much. Well done, Holly. Let's check our list. A dewdrop.
Here, Nanny Plum.
Slug slime.
Here, Nanny Plum.
Last of all, we need a frog burp. This could be tricky.
There's a frog, Nanny.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Frog. Would you be so good as to burp into this jar, please? Try and relax. That's it. Oh, we haven't got all day.
To make babies burp, you rub their backs.
OK, I'll rub the frog's back.
I can hear something.
Hooray!
Back to the kitchen. Now, let's mix all the ingredients. Blackberry, sugar, lemon, dewdrop, slug slime, and finally, frog burp. And now, the magic words. Sugar and spice, glug, 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 burp of a frog, slime of a slug.
Ah, that's going to taste horrible.
No, Ben. Remember, it's a potion to rub on the feet, not to drink. Nobody would drink this.
Oh, my! That is bad! That did taste disgusting!
Daddy, you shouldn't have drunk it.
You should have rubbed it on your feet.
What?
I wonder what will happen now. Let's see what the book says. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, dear.
What is it?
Silly me. It's not a recipe for cold medicine after all. It's a cure for baldness. But I must say, Your Majesty, long hair really does suit you.
Nanny Plum? I think my cold has gone.
Hooray!
Achoo! Oh, I seem to have caught the king's cold.
Oh, poor Nanny Plum. Now I'm going to take personal charge of getting you better.
Can we help too?
Of course you can. The more, the merrier.
Please, that's not necessary, Your Majesty.
Oh, but it is.
Achoo!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the little castle.
The party.
Come on, everyone. We've got to get ready for the party.
Party?
Daisy and Poppy's birthday party.
Oh, no! Party, party!
Two magical toddlers are bad enough.
But when all their little friends turn up, it's terrible!
I've got it. We'll have the party, but we won't invite any guests.
Da-da-da-da! I've sent out all the party invites and everybody's coming.
Oh, who's coming?
There's little Tarquin.
Tarquin like party.
Oh, no. Tarquin is a monster.
And there's Raspberry.
Not my little sister. Even her wand is rude.
And Nettle Elf.
My little sister. She's got a stinging nettle in her hat, and it stings when you touch it. Nettle Elf is the naughtiest of the lot.
What do you expect? She's got a pirate for an uncle.
Yes, Redbeard the Elf Pirate.
This party is going to be a disaster.
Don't worry. I've got it all planned. We'll have magic games, followed by my magic show, and ending with magic jelly.
Magicy, magicy.
I was wrong. The party's not going to be a disaster. It's going to be a catastrophe.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I know, King Thistle. You could have an elf party.
A what?
An elf party has no magic at all.
But what about my magic show? The toddlers love a magic show.
We have the Great Wizardo, an elf conjurer. He doesn't do real magic. It's just tricks.
I like it, Ben. It sounds very safe.
Yeah, and boring.
Exactly. Nanny Plum, call this Great Wizardo and tell him we've got children we want to bore. I mean, entertain.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Welcome to the party.
Tarquin like parties.
Bye-bye, Tarquin. Be good.
Yes, Mama.
Oh. Hello, Nettle. Ow! That stings.
Nanny Plum, me fruity pancake.
Oh,
Enjoy the party, Nettle. I'll be back to pick you up later.
Oh, settle down, children, please.
the Great Wizardo!
That's just the wise old elf.
I'm not just the wise old elf. I'm also a children's entertainer.
Oh, carry on then. These children are a bit of a handful, especially when they do magic.
There won't be any magic at this party. I'll put the toddlers' wands into the library, where they can't cause any trouble.
Very clever.
Let's get this party started. Musical statues. When the music stops, you have to stand as still as a statue. Aha! Raspberry, I saw you move. And you, Nettle.
That's because they haven't been turned to stone yet.
Ah! Strawberry, you've magicked them into real statues.
Of course. That's how we fairies play musical statues.
This is not a fairy party. Turn them back to normal.
OK.
The big children's wands are going into the library with the others. Now it's time to play Stick the Tail on the Donkey. Here's the donkey.
Looks like a cabbage.
Or a duck.
It's a donkey. Now, I will blindfold Nettle Elf and she'll try to stick this tail on the donkey.
Ow! She stung me again.
It's a stupid game anyway. You need a big dragon to stick the tail on.
Ah, looks like the twins' party has started.
Get rid of the dragon!
All right. Just trying to liven the party up a bit.
I'm putting the grown-ups' wands in the library too. Now for my conjuring show.
Hooray!
Queen Thistle, please take a card. Don't show me. What is your card?
The Two of Hearts.
Your card is the Two of Hearts.
That's the worst trick I've ever seen.
I thought it was rather good. How's it done?
For my next trick, I will turn myself into a mouse. You little ones need to wait behind this door for a moment.
How do you change yourself into a mouse?
I put these ears on and this nose, then I...
Was it a good idea putting the toddlers in the library?
What?
It's the same room you put all the wands in.
Ah. Don't worry, the great Wizardo will sort this out. I'll show them my mouse trick. That will surprise them.
They'll be surprised how bad it is. So it might work.
Look, children, I've turned myself into a...
Mousy!
Squeak!
Wow, that's not a bad costume.
The toddlers have magicked the wise old elf into a real mouse.
Squeak! Can someone please magic me back into an elf?
No, we can't do any magic because somebody put all the wands in the library.
Ah, yes. Squeak!
Ahoy, me hearties! I'm here to pick up my niece, Nettle.
Oh, actually, the party's not quite over yet.
No?
The toddlers are in the library with the dangerous spell books.
They've got all the magic wands. And they've magicked the wise old elf into a mouse.
Squeak!
Sounds like a fun party.
Oh, no, it's gone quiet.
They're up to something.
Let's take a look. Hello? Hello?
There's no one here. Just our wands.
Oh, it's good to have you back again.
Nanny, now you have your wand again. Would you mind,
Of course, oh great Wizardo. Silly old elf, back to yourself.
Oh, so where be the poor little toddlers?
I was afraid of this. Daisy and Poppy have found the secret passageway.
Where does the secret passageway go?
To the secret room.
I never knew we had a secret room.
That's because it's secret. The room contains a magical force that must never be let out.
So, not a good room for toddlers to be in, then. I hear the sound of excited little ones. And something else. We must not enter.
Honestly, what a lot of fuss about a terrible magical force of unimaginable power. I'll handle this.
Good luck, me brave little pumpkin.
Oh!
What can you see?
Terrible things.
Redbeards to the rescue! Here be the toddlers. Hang on, Nanny Plum! Here she be! You're safe now, my plum pudding. I've seen many a terrible thing at sea, but nothing as bad as what I saw in that room.
That's why we tend to keep the door locked.
Good. The party's over. It all went rather well, I thought.
But what about the jelly? We haven't had magic jelly yet.
Magic jelly! Magic jelly!
All right, Nanny, but please don't make too much this time.
Look, magic jelly!
That's good. The party must be almost over.
Oh, Raspberry, have you had a nice time?
Yes, Mummy.
Tarquin, say thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure.
Goodbye, Nettle. Ow! She stung me again.
It's Raspberry's birthday next. We hear you've got a children's entertainer who's good with toddlers.
Yes. Here he is. The great Wizardo.
Wonderful. See you all at Raspberry's party then.
Party, party!
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf.
And I'm Princess Holly. Come on, let's play.
Wait for us.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. Today's adventure starts at the meadow.
Redbeard the Elf Pirate.
Hello,
Hello, Nanny Plum. Hi, Barnaby. Hi, Ben. Something very exciting is happening. What's that? My Uncle Redbeard is returning from the sea today. He's an elf pirate. Wow, a pirate. We're going to meet him at the river. Do you want to come along, Holly? Nanny Plum, can we go and meet the elf pirate?
Why not?
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hello, Barnaby.
Is Uncle Redbeard here?
That's him now.
Yo-ho-ho!
Wow.
Anchors away! Shiver me timbers, if it ain't me nephew Barnaby.
These are my friends, Ben and Holly. Hello, Mr. Redbeard.
Ha-ha! A pleasure, me hearties.
And I'm Nanny Plum.
A plum is a sweet fruit indeed. The honour is all mine, missy.
Oh!
For I am Redbeard, the elf pirate. Hello, Fred.
Hello, Nigel.
Uncle, what was it like being a pirate on the sea?
It were a strange life for an elf. Long days staring at the sea, looking for boats. No one to keep me company except Polly.
Polly?
Yes, me faithful parrot. This is Polly.
Ooh.
Piece of the night.
She alone was my companion as we sailed through the endless waters.
Piece of the night.
The conversation must have been riveting.
Piece of the night.
Were you an evil, nasty, bad pirate?
Well, no. The thing is, it's quite hard to be a pirate when you're as small as an elf. All the other boats are so big.
Oh. So you didn't do any piratey things at all?
Of course I did. What would any self-respecting pirate be without treasure?
Ooh.
And here's me treasure map.
Wow.
Now then, somewhere on this map is the hidden treasure.
It's a map of the little kingdom.
Aye, but that's just the start, my shipmates. There'll be a big search with lots of clues.
There's no need for a big search and a lot of old fuss. I can magic you some treasure right here. Abracadabra.
No, that's cheating.
Yes, that's true, Nanny Plum. It's not as exciting.
All right. Just trying to save a bit of time.
There's an X in the meadow. Is that where the treasure is?
There's only one way to find out.
To the meadow.
Wait, we may need a spade. Pirate treasure is often buried in the ground.
Ooh. It's Fleur and Strawberry. Hello, everyone.
Hello, me hearties. I'm Redbeard, the elf pirate. And this is me friend Polly.
Piece of the night.
Ooh. We're looking for hidden treasure. Wow.
Aha! There's a riddle on the back of the map.
What does it say?
Roses are large, the sky is big. Mix them together, and you'll know where to dig.
Oh.
That's confusing.
Roses are large.
And the sky is big.
But how do you mix them together? It can't be done. It's silly.
That's why it's a riddle, me lovely. It's a puzzle you have to solve.
The roses are red and the sky is blue. Mix them together and you get purple. It must be buried under the purple flower.
Aha! Very good, very clever.
Come on, Ben. Let's dig for the treasure. Yes, elves are very good at digging. And we're elves. Dig ho, dig, dig ho. Dig, 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 dig. Dig ho, dig, dig ho. Dig, dig. Oh, what's that? It's another map.
That's right. You can't just find the treasure with one clue.
Why not?
That wouldn't be fun, me little mermaid.
Oof.
The X is marked on Gaston's cave.
Let's go there.
Hello, Gaston. We think there might be some pirate treasure in your cave.
I used to live here myself many moons ago. Probably before you were even born, Gaston. I like what you've done with the place, Gaston.
Mr. Redbeard, what does the riddle say?
Aye, the riddle. I'm easily spotted, and where I lay, you'll find the clue to show you the way.
Easily spotted? What's that? Gaston has spots on his back.
And Gaston's bed is where he lays.
It's another map.
Ooh. The X shows the little castle.
Impossible. I've dusted every nook and cranny of the little castle. I would have found it.
Maybe it's well hidden, me sweetheart.
To the little castle.
Hello, everybody.
Pieces of 8.
Goodness me.
Daddy, we're searching for pirate treasure.
My uncle is Redbeard the Elf Pirate.
Your Majesties.
A pirate, eh?
Not a nasty pirate, Your Majesty. A good pirate. For I am Redbeard, the elf pirate.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
So, where's this treasure?
Up above the castle, I point to the sky, and hidden underneath me is where the clue lies.
Well, that's just nonsense.
I know. The roof is above the castle.
And it points to the sky.
Very clever, Your Majesties.
But that's ridiculous. I've dusted on top of the roof 100 times.
Maybe it'd be under the roof.
I've an idea. Take a look under the roof, Nanny Plum.
Oh, are you sure, Your Majesty?
I command it.
As you wish. Zip, zap, zap! Roof lifts up!
Oh, I meant take a look through the attic door.
Oh.
Another map.
The X is at the river.
Let's go.
Wait for me.
Oh, we're back where we started.
Where is the treasure?
Uncle, what does the riddle say?
Up and down and side to side, it's inside this thing I really hide.
The ship goes up and down. And it goes side to side.
Yes, the ship.
So that's where the treasure is.
That's right, you worked it out. Here it is, me hearties. Thanks for your help in finding me treasure.
But we're back where we started. And the treasure was here all the time.
But didn't we have fun?
Aye, Captain Redbeard.
I certainly enjoyed it.
I suppose it was fun, in a way.
Fun is what it's all about when you're an elf pirate. And I'm an elf pirate! And now, I must return to the distant waters.
Goodbye, Uncle Redbeard.
Goodbye, Barnaby! Goodbye, everyone!
Bye-bye.
Hoist the mainsail, Polly! Weigh anchor! Scrub the decks!
Pieces of 8.
Let's get the ship underway!
When I grow up, I want to be a pirate. Aha!
Me too.
And me. And me.
You'll be seeing me again! Don't forget the name! Redbeard, the elf pirate!
Pieces of 8.